How's it going, guys? I've decided that I'm gonna try to adopt a vlog style video, hopefully weekly. We're Tuesday today. A few months ago, we trained people in multiple cooperatives, mining, agriculture, especially medical sector, on things that go with snake bite mitigation, snake bite first aid. And today we're going to follow up and assess with the trainers. So the training was a train the trainers model. We're training people who they then go out and train more people, kind of an exponential growth model. Yeah, today we're going to go meet some of the people we initially trained and see what they took home, how the trainings went, how we can improve in the future. Yeah, it's not as exciting as playing with snakes, but it's life-saving work. So it's got to be done, and we find satisfaction in that. I'll see you guys when the action starts. Okay, we're done with the session. I didn't bother taking any pictures or videos because culturally people don't like being pictured or taken videos of. But I can kind of give you a rundown here. But first I want to tell you what was actually done. So this is a joint project between UGHE, University of Global Health Equity, and LSTM, the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine, and they have a department called Snakebite Treatment and Mitigation, or Snakebite Mitigation and Treatment, something like that. And as the name says, it's kind of the health department side of snakebite treatment and mitigation. Here we kind of concentrated on the mitigation aspect of things. So I delivered a snake awareness talk to multiple cooperatives that include farmers, miners, not minors, but miners, people who mine. Yeah, and these are all chosen in locations where we know there are snake issues, especially spitting cobras, puff adders, you know, the classics in Africa. The talks we gave were very basic snakebite mitigation procedures. Walk around with a flashlight at night. Don't stick your hands in things that you can't see. Very important, don't try and go and kill snakes, because as in many places here, the only good snake is a dead snake, so they say. So getting people away from that philosophy, why they shouldn't do it so they don't get bitten, and also why snakes are important. So from what they told us, things went well. The message was well received by people. There is a bit of another cultural thing where you kind of need to incentivize people to come to your talks, to your trainings. Although everyone appreciated the training, they appreciated the information, they want a bit more, like a bottle of water, maybe. So for the future, we have to see how we manage that. I'm not going to go into details of what's needed, but yeah, message is well received, people appreciated it, and people want more. All right, we're back at home base. It's late, for me at least. I'm an early sleeper. Wife's already in bed watching Avatar, but yeah, day's not over. I won't show you this necessarily, but we've got a sick rainbow boa which we have to treat. vet prescribed enrofloxacin, which we're doing. I did 14 days injection, did better, gave her some time off, and then now I'm trying to feed it to her. She hasn't eaten in more than a month, so we're force feeding with, I've put the other one in the wash already, but so there's a syringe at the other end of this side, and yeah, I used egg mixed in with some calcium, which is not that important, but more so multivitamins. The vet said that a lot of the swelling could be caused by a deficiency in vitamin A. So making sure that she gets vitamin A and that she gets anything in her is actually very important. Yeah, so not so good times, but hopefully she makes it through. So this is what we're doing right now. Warm water, some sponges that she can kind of use to help her shed. She's also been having difficulties shedding. Fun fact is these guys are relatively close to anacondas. You can kind of see the similar patterning, although they're not the same genus, but they also are quite aquatic, just like anacondas. So I'm just going to leave her here. This is kind of lukewarm water, and I think it does her some good. Gotta fill her up with that best quality H2O. I'm not even gonna attempt putting this in one-handed, but this goes in there. Everything's been sanitized and we let her rest. Oops. Heard that? Yep, it's Wednesday morning. On today's menu is water bowls. Actually, no, first and foremost, aquariums. They were due for a change on Monday, but Monday and Tuesday I was busy with this whole assessment stuff. So I want to change out their water today. For the snakes who messed up their water bowls, as snakes do, we're going to change that today and then do all the water bowls tomorrow, I think. I'll probably be pretty tired after doing all the aquariums. And all the water bowls, what I generally do is I disinfect them and then, well, clean them out, disinfect them, put them back in. But first, coffee. Also, before I do all of that, I'll take care of the old machine, do a bit of stretching, a bit of meditation, trying to keep what's up here sane, especially with these guys. Yeah, lots of action happening there. That's the female dominating the male, by the way. And he doesn't care. Anyways, weird family dynamics here. Also, I'm gonna make some cat food first. We make our own cat food, we make our own dog food, some meat, tiny bit of oats for the cats, a bit of milk, an egg, and I would eat it myself. Guys, slow it down. Yeah, it's what happens when you have lion hunting dogs. But yeah, they have space, so it's cool. They gotta rough it out a little bit. I think for people who aren't used to this, it would be a bit scary, but this is normal. Hey, don't run into me. Keep it to yourself. So she's actually a Ridgeback mix with the Great Dane. and she is a beast. She is so fit. You can't get her tired, and really fast, really athletic. But the down part is she's a bit scared. Maybe it's because she's young. She was actually born on my birthday, so she's just under a year old now. She's quite insecure still. Nini, Nini, we've had enough. We've seen enough of this, okay? Powerhouses. All right, it's the afternoon now. Things didn't go as planned time-wise. Anyways, now we're gonna do water changes on all the aquariums, because you can see we have a bit of, well, this one has had a green water issue forever. I could fix that by just putting it dark, let no sunlight in. But I haven't done it. I just wanna, it really doesn't harm the fish, so I wanna let this green water thing go on. Hopefully at some point the plants will take up all the nutrients in the water column, and then the algae won't grow. Wife passing through. And then the betta fish, also same thing, because these guys have exposure to sunlight in the afternoon, too much lighting, so yeah, algae grows. Anyways, it's just normal maintenance. This one is also very green. This is just algae on the glass. Once I clean that up, it's gonna look pristine. That's actually my oldest setup. I have a couple more setups here. This is kind of a forest style aquarium, autosynclus. Lighting is not an issue with that one. All of them have some algae growth. Yeah, we're gonna work through them, clean them up, do about, depending, 20, sometimes I'll go to 50% water change, but we're not gonna get there today. It's when there's really an issue. 20-30% water change. Sounds good. Let's get to work. While we're at it, we're gonna get rid of some of this salvinia, which has a tendency of taking over the top. But these are very nutrient hungry plants. That's why I use them, especially in the green water tanks. Here we have some female betta fish. They live together. They're all siblings. They don't really go at each other. What I have noticed is if I take one out and it lives somewhere for a while and then I put it back in, they don't like each other. And the one I'm talking about is her. She's now with the adult rosy barbs and gouramis. There's a dwarf gourami over there. So yeah, the water is very disturbed because I just messed around with it. We're gonna change that, and yeah, also trim all of this limnophila back. Of course, we can't forget about the pump. It's doing a very horrible noise, so we gotta take care of that. For the water change, I just use a big green tote, which used to be a venomous snake holding receptacle. Now it's just an aquarium water bin. So using such a big container just allows me to do all of these in one go, which is very practical. So yeah, neat. Let's get these done, and then we'll fill them up. We're done for the day, for the week. So this is done once a week. You could get away with probably once every 2 weeks, but once a week is a good standard to have. So now, with this yummy fish water, we're gonna go and feed our plants. I'm not gonna bore you with this. I have lots of plants and lots of water to get rid of. But anyways, I think I'll call it for today. These aquariums here, I'll do the other row probably tomorrow. And what I'll do now is just take care of some of the water bowls. Like, as you can see, this is very nice spitting cobra. Water's still good in there, but forest cobra back there needs some fresh H2O, so we'll take care of that. Now I'm going through the spawning mop and getting some eggs. So there's an egg here. Put it in the new hatch tank. And hopefully in a few days we'll have some fry. The thing is, I keep the spawning mop in that enclosure, or that aquarium, so the fish eat the eggs. Yeah, so ideally I would be there in the morning when they spawn, and then I can take the spawning mop out of the aquarium and put it in the fry tank. Yeah, there are definitely a couple of eggs that came out there. This is my little nifty hack to fill up the water. Quick grip and normal water hose. While this is slowly filling up, I can go and disturb little Miss Callie and change water bowls. Because water bowls are dirty. As you saw, forest cobra being a forest cobra, she made a mess out of the water bowl. So we're quickly gonna spray this with F10, and yeah, which is a veterinary disinfectant. Let that sit for a couple of minutes and then put in some fresh H2O. So we're filling up the last aquarium for the day. You can see there's quite a bit of turbidity in the water. I'll explain to you why in a second. But first you can see pumps flowing again. All the others are filled up. So you may have noticed that I don't put chlorine treatment products or whatever you want to call it. Now, that is because we have a direct water source. So I know there's no chlorine. And because it's kind of a borehole, and that's also why the water is like this. Now, this water is very soft, so I will need to add some stuff to make it a bit harder. We can get into that in another video. Those are details. But yeah, so just so you know, that's why I don't put dechlorinator. That's what it's called in when I fill the water back up, and that's also why immediately afterwards it kind of looks like this, but all the particles settle at some point. So tomorrow it will look squeaky clean. Howdy do, lads. Thursday morning. The plan today was to change water bowls. Luckily I did all the important ones yesterday because there's a change of plans. So there is a child that got spat at by a spitting cobra yesterday for the second time. The first time around, well, I thought, hey, you know, these things happen. It's just nature of where we live. So the people who initially contacted us have quite a big farm, and I was hoping that they could cover the cost of us driving out there, because it's about a 4-hour drive. It's quite a way to go. In my experience, when you go out there, you usually don't get the snake. Anyways, they decided it's not worth their money to do that. The snake does go onto their plot, but they haven't had any problems. Personally, it's the neighbor, well, the neighbor's child, more specifically, that's been spat at twice now. Yeah, they don't want to spend any money on that. It's the neighbor's problem. But the neighbor is really the demographic of people who mostly deal with snake bites. Smallholder farmers, not much financial power, if I can put it that way. Yeah, and I guess this is why we're a non-for-profit. We stick our money into things like this, so we're gonna drive out there and talk with the family, see if we can get the snake. Probably not, statistically. Doesn't really go that way. But yeah, this is gonna be quite a big hit financially to do this on our own. But yeah, it is what it is. That's what we do. We help people, we help animals, so let's get it done. So luckily yesterday I took time to clean out the forest cobra's water bowl, and the ball python has some fresh water. It looks green, but that's algae. It doesn't go away. Everyone else has water up here, so I think we're good to go. So the last time the kid got spat at, he was taking grass from here and transporting it down there. And apparently the snake was somewhere in here and spat at the kid. I've got the face shield ready just in case. Not so cool putting it back up. Yeah, I really thought we're gonna find this guy today. I'm just gonna give them some general safety advice, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. The view is amazing. Look at that. Very close to town, actually. This is a nice place. There are also a lot of holes everywhere. In my experience, these animals have quite a fossorial lifestyle, and underground there's a whole world we don't understand. Highways and paths made by termites and other creatures that live underground. And yeah, these animals such as snakes, spitters, take advantage of these pre-made holes. Can't find any now. I passed a few. Won't be so hard to find some. Let's see. The thing is, snakes are really masters at hiding. So if he doesn't want to be found, he won't be found. Zitera amagi menshi, ariko muri izo ngizo ni duke tukura, ariko natwo turahari. Ziva mu igi zifite nka santimetero 20. Urabona ni akayoka gatoya kandi kaba kafite ubumara. Ariko hari n'izindi
na hariya mu nzu iyi basenye wasangaga ariko bw'umukara burimo tukabukubita.
Ariko hari n'izindi nk'ikiryambeba, hari n'iz'icyatsi. Inzoka zose icyo navuga ni muyibonye ni kutayegera, ni kuyihunga. Very slippery. Giving some fresh H2O. Now, Let's get her in without a hook stick. By all means necessary. Boom. And then safe and secure. Let me give you guys a little treat here. So all of these are het leucistic rhino vipers. First generation. This one's in shed. In shed as well. How's it going, guys? Friday morning. Yeah, yesterday I didn't bother doing much of an outro or filming too much more. We didn't find the snake, obviously. Ran around, took quickly care of some animals, but it ended up being like quite a heavy day. So yeah, got home pretty out of it. But today is Astrid's birthday, so we're gonna go to a park, a real park, not like one of those fake parks you Europeans and Americans have, like a legit park with lions and elephants, wild ones, not like in a zoo or something. A real park. So yeah, we're getting things ready. We're gonna be camping as well, so yeah.